Hey, welcome to the Stephanie Stevens Show, where I help you discover the power of communication and the keys that unlock the doors to freedom in every area of your life. Well, hello, my friend. Thanks so much for listening to the Stephanie Stevens Show. I'm Stephanie Stevens, and this is a podcast for people just like you who wish to learn to become an expert communicator in any, maybe even every area of your life. We work on expanded communications, we work on self-reflection, self-governance, and also how to really tap into that very specific gifting you have in the ways in which you best communicate. Then we want to expand those because that will grow you and expand you in every area of your life. So I'm so honored that you would allow me to spend some of your day with you, even for just a few minutes. I don't take it lightly. I do appreciate it. And I would be incredibly grateful if you would please rate this podcast. It just takes a second. And then also please subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. I'm pretty new at this now. I am moving into my second week of podcasting, spent decades in radio. That's weird. It's strange to hear yourself say you've done something for decades. Wow, isn't it? So, but now I'm moving into this platform because I think that this is a very personal and very intimate platform and mode of communication, and something that I find to be so amazing about people like you who listen to podcasts is we are a very select group of people. We tend to be pretty smart, and we definitely want to continue to learn and grow. And we also are interested in success. And success, of course, looks different for everybody, and it doesn't matter in which area. Maybe it's parenting, maybe it's fitness, maybe it's business or entrepreneurship, maybe it's communication, maybe it's meditation, really doesn't matter. We're all looking to improve, those of us who enjoy podcasts in some way. And then there are those who also listen because this is like a one-on-one conversation, and I just find it to be an incredibly beautiful space. So again, thanks for connecting with me today. I just wanted to spend a couple of minutes chatting with you about the thing, okay? The thing is the thing. Thank you, everybody, and good night. No, I'm kidding. I would never just leave you hanging there. That's silly. So I was thinking about how something that we probably are ready to transcend or master will continue to come up in our faces. Okay? This is how you know it's ready for you to transform. Let me give you an example. People lately in my life and in my circles of communication, from the business that I own to me attempting to purchase furniture, here is something very bizarre that I've noticed. People have been communicating with me in a way I don't enjoy to be communicated with. Here's what it looks like. They talk very, very slowly and methodically. Now, there is nothing wrong with that. But when I'm trying to put in a furniture order and I'm looking to meet a deadline to get that thing delivered to my home, I want to move at a different pace, okay? Or if I'm filling out a document for something in my organization and I'm trying to get feedback or information from someone, when they take longer and they go slow, they are processing slower and they're just trying to be thorough. In my mind, I'm saying to myself, dear Lord, help me, please, like, hurry up, spit it out, okay? This is the dialogue in my own head. Because in certain situations, especially as it relates to business, I think fast and I talk fast. Sometimes too much so, where I may lose somebody else in translation. So it's something I'm working on. But I kid you not, the reason I know that this is something I now get to transform is because it keeps happening. And when something comes up, more than twice, and you find it happening 3 times or in a multitude of arenas, it is ripe for you to take a look at and then what we call, transform or transcend. And I'll explain that in a minute. It usually has something to do with something maybe there's an opportunity for you to work on. In this case, this is an opportunity for me to work on this. This is an opportunity to slow the heck down. This is an opportunity for me to appreciate communication that is clear and thorough because it's usually more accurate. I notice that during my time on the radio, when I would really know that I was up against a clock and I needed to get a thought out, rather than condensing the content, I would talk faster. Okay? Not good. Definitely not what you want to do in radio. I mean, there are some genres where that's kind of the shtick. It's like the morning zoo, blah, 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 and everybody's talking a million miles per hour. That's really not how we do things anymore in radio. It gets to be exhausting. You really can't listen to that for too long because you'll want to go back home and go to bed. I mean, it's overwhelming and it's total sensory overload. But there's nothing wrong with communicating in a slower manner. The opportunity for me here, my friend, is to plan my days that allow for me to build in some space. Okay, so instead of me trying to clock out every meeting to land exactly when I think the meeting should end, obviously my opportunity here is to build out more time, which is going to change the trajectory of my day. My issue with that was always, but I don't want to waste time. Like I was the person who would get to the airport. Now this was years ago. I would get to the airport like 2.5 seconds before they were ready to shut the boarding door or the gate, ready to shut the gate. And I got an adrenaline rush out of it. Like I did not want to be sitting in the airport for one more minute than I had to. Why? What am I doing? I'm wasting my time. I could be at home with my kids. I could be working out. I could be writing a paper. I could be doing something. And I never built time for myself to go in, sit down, relax, and not engage that adrenaline rush and not feel that cortisol and adrenaline surging through my veins. Heaven forbid I couldn't find a parking spot, right? Doesn't this happen? Can't find a parking spot. It takes extra time at security. Now they've got the dogs here. They want to wipe my hands with some sort of strange little white square. They want to dig through my luggage. It's just simply inevitable. It is the way of the world, and it is exactly when we know we've got something to work on. When it keeps on happening, it's like, hello, I'm here. Please change me. It's going to serve you better, and it's definitely going to serve those around you that you are called to serve to a greater capacity. Here's another thing that it goes a little bit deeper. Now, some of the things are a little more superficial, okay? This is a lower stakes issue. Me learning how to just relax, build a little more space in, and allow people their space to communicate in the way that works best for them, okay? That's fairly low stakes. What else I noticed recently is when I was getting ready to buy my new home, I kept on running into dialogue from people where I would say what I was looking for, and they would say things like, "Ooh, that sounds like a lot of work," or, "Well, are you sure? You have time for that?" Or, well, why do you want that? Just curious. Well, anytime you say, why do you want that? They're questioning your motive to some degree, or they're just trying to maybe get a handle on your thought process for why you want what you want. Well, in my case, I was looking for something specific because I'm looking to build something specific for my family. It's just that simple. I was ready to move in this season of my life into this particular expanded arena with, the property I was looking for and the home. And frankly, I didn't quite comprehend why anybody was questioning it. Like, who cares? I want what I want. I'm at the age now where this is right. It's fine. It's good. And my bases are covered. So when would be a good time to do something like that, if not now, right? here's what it was, and here's what it is. Okay? It's me questioning me. Everyone else around me, simply a reflection. Everyone else around you, simply a reflection. They're just holding a mirror up to you to reflect back to you what you may be thinking deep down inside, in your unconscious mind or in your quiet thoughts. So for me, really, this whole constant feedback that provided this massive irritation for me that sounded like, oh, why do you want that? Or, oh, that might be a lot of work. You sure you want, you really? And it's me. It's me saying to myself, are you sure you're ready for that? Are you sure you believe that you really ought to expand in these ways? Is this really okay for you? And so once I discovered that, and it became very clear to me because, I saw it 2 or 3 times and I went, aha, here's my opportunity, right? Remember those well-placed questions? They're usually to ourselves, right? The first person we should probably learn to ask questions of is ourselves. And that's how we continue to grow and learn. So I had the opportunity to say, now, why might I not believe that I'm either worthy to step into this space or why it might, be too much work? There's a lot of stories. Why does it have to be? And does it really? Does it really have to be all of the things that other people are asking me if it will be? Or does it have to be a lot of work? Why? So as I started asking those questions of myself and also allowing my spirit and my mind to answer those, relief came, and nobody says that anymore, right? So I've already moved. I'm in the space, totally enjoying it. It's great. But that healed itself. It moved out of my space. Now, something might be right around the corner. Something else is next because I'm not done growing. But my invitation to you today, my friend, is there something that you've noticed recently that keeps just popping on up, kind of in your face? Now remember, it's something that provides an irritation to you. It's rubbing you the wrong way. A comment that kind of sounds like it's got the same undercurrent that you've heard from a couple different people or in a couple of different areas of your life recently. Oh man, my invitation to you today would be to take that in for a second. Think about the people or the situations by which that has come up. Take a deep breath, because remember, that's an energetic reset for your whole nervous system. Just take a deep breath. You'll feel your shoulders soften and lower. You'll feel maybe your voice slow down a little bit. And now, when you're out of that stress response, you can think. And the answers will come. And it's a beautiful space then to ask yourself, now, why would I be hearing this? Why would I need to consider this? Or is it really me that is wrestling with that issue with myself? All right. It's a fun exercise, and it can be tremendously, enlightening, but also provide huge opportunity for growth. Thank you again for listening. Thanks for rating the podcast. Thank you for sharing this and building our beautiful community. And again, thank you so much for allowing me some time. You have a beautiful day. I can't wait to connect with you on the next episode. Thanks so much for listening to The Stephanie Stevens Show. Please remember to subscribe so we can stay connected and you never miss an episode of the podcast. Oh, and if you haven't left a rating yet, please be sure to do so. It helps incredible people like you find the podcast. We'll see you on the next episode.